everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to be here with you today to plan the first week of the new year in my new passion planner. Just a couple of updates on myself and the channel. I haven't posted a video for a little bit just because things got super busy with the Christmas season. I made a lot of my gifts by hand this year and that took up a very large amount of time. So while I did continue planning, I stuck to using kits the last few weeks and I really didn't have time to edit and upload videos as much as I would have liked to. So I apologize for that, but I hope everyone had a fantastic Christmas. Christmas week is always super busy here for me because my husband's birthday, my birthday, our anniversary, and Christmas fall all within the same week, actually within the same 3 days. So it's just always a really wild time and fast-paced and just lots of fun, but super busy. So for our anniversary this year, my husband made a special space in the house just for me, and it's amazing. I love it. I cried. Every single thing in this room that he designed for me just is some detail that I love, and it really just blew me away. And so that's kind of like a special relaxing room. That's my favorite thing that I've gotten obviously this year and probably of any year. It's one of the sweetest things he's ever done for me, which is saying a lot because he does sweet things for me all the time. Yeah, so anyway, so he took this plain room and turned it into this amazing sanctuary for myself. He put in an exposed brick wall because he knows I love that. And he just made it a perfect relaxing spot for me. That's not where I'm filming from because I want to obviously keep that room nice and clean, so I'm filming from my craft room. But if you want to see that room, I would be more than happy to do a video tour for you. So if that's something you're interested in, just let me know in the comments. I'd be happy to do that and answer any questions that you guys have. So let's jump in. So here was my dilemma. First of all, look at these planners. This is ridiculous, like the level of chunk in my planner from 2020 versus my new planner right here for 2021. It's just ridiculous. I mean, there's a side view for you too. Just super chunky. But my dilemma was this, and let me know if you guys have experienced the same dilemma, because I had the same thing happen last year and I wasn't sure what to do. So in the passion planner, you have your last week, and it's titled week 1 because the start of the new year is within that week. So this is the last weekly spread in my passion planner from 2020. But my new passion planner, let's open this guy up. Week 1 here, it's the same week, obviously, because the first of the year falls in this week. So which one do I use? Do I do both? Do I pick one? Do I have an unfinished planner here or one with a missing week here? I just don't know. So last year, what I ended up doing was doing a spread in both, which I can show you. So the first week in this planner, I used a Chelsea Brown Designs New Year's kit. And you know what? My last passion planner, I actually packed up. I don't have it accessible to me at the moment, so I can't show you, but I did do a spread in the last week of that planner, but I ended up not using that and only using this. So I have like a blank spread at the end of the planner, and I don't want to do that this year. So I've been putting off filming this and doing my new spread because I didn't know what to do. And then I had an idea. So what I think I'm going to do is do my New Year's spread in my new planner and then use this page as like a collage of pictures and memories from the year. Every year for our anniversary, I make my husband a scrapbook, and I always print way too many pictures out, so I have tons of leftovers. And I mean, I'm reaching to grab some. Like, these don't even scratch the surface, but I have so many leftover pictures because I print too many. So I'm thinking I can pull some of those and use some stickers and some hand lettering and things to kind of do a memory spread for the last week, and that way this isn't a blank spread in my planner. And then of course I have my December monthly reflection and end of the year reflection to fill out. So yeah, I'll work on those, and if things go well, I'll film it, and if it turns out okay, I will edit and upload it. I'm not 100% sure like if it'll be worth posting, so I'm not making a promise to definitely do that, but that's kind of my tentative plan. And then lastly, before I start the New Year's spread, in this planner, I did do a setup video, which by the way has gotten a ton of views and likes and comments and support on it, and I just want to say thank you so much. That was my best video so far as reception by my audience goes, and I did get a lot of new subscribers from that video, so thank you so much guys for checking that out and sharing it, or whatever you've done that's helped to spread it as far as it's gone, because it's definitely outnumbered my other videos by a ton. So yeah, that video, I'll link it below. I just showed how I set up my back planner pages and my tabs, but I didn't do the passion roadmap yet. Again, this is something I feel like I kind of push off because it's a really, really good exercise to do for goal setting, but I'm always, it's not the most, it is fun. I don't know how to describe it. I just push it off a little bit because thinking about my goals is a little overwhelming sometimes, but I am going to do this, and I actually saw a really great idea that someone did. Instead of writing the things out, like this is how I did my last year passion roadmap. Instead of writing all the stuff out, they took like pictures of things they found and created a vision board on this, and I think that is just a really good idea. And rather than filling this out for lifetime and 3 years and 1 year and 3 months, I might just do 4 separate things that I'd really like to work on and put some inspiration pictures down to try to keep me focused throughout the year, because I do find that I don't always go back to the passion roadmap as much as I should, and I'm thinking if there's some visual stuff there, it might be a little bit more motivating and just more workable for what I want to get out of my planner. So opening up to the first month, this is like, I'm just so surprised. I mean, I think part of it is just with everything that happened in 2020. I can't believe that we are almost out of this godforsaken awful year. I'm very excited to be just about done with 2020. But all things considered, I do feel like this year went really quickly. Somehow we are almost at the start of 2021. So this is a freebie sticker stash book I got from Chelsea Brown Designs from her Black Friday sale. I love it. I went through all of my old sticker sheets that had just a few lingers and moved them into this book. So, and as you can see, I accidentally did this upside down. Like I stopped after this and then I went back in and somehow I did it this way. But I did put in my New Year's Eve kits. This one right here was a freebie from Planning by Shannon. Love the gold, it's gorgeous. And I love the black pops there too for contrast. And then these right here were freebies from Chelsea Brown Designs this year. All of these box stickers and flags were leftovers from my New Year's kit that I got from her last year, and luckily they match really nicely with her freebies from this year. So I'm gonna see how I can incorporate these together. I do think the gold and the purple will be just fine together. Give me 1 second, I wanna turn off the fan in this room. I was like overheating a couple minutes ago, but I put on a lighter shirt and turned on the fan and now I'm cold. So first, let me see. We do have day of the week headers. We've got blacks, purples, and golds. I think this calls for my washi, my glitter washi. I haven't pulled this out for a while. I did actually use up some of this because I ran out of wrapping paper at Christmas time this year. So some of my family members and friends got gifts with washi wrapping them, and it actually looked really pretty, but I'm not gonna lie to you, washi tape does not work as well as Scotch tape. Those gifts, some of them were like open by the time I got them to the person they needed to go to. Oh no, I didn't put that over far enough. Let's try again. Let's get it together. It's the first week of the new year. I feel like this spread needs to like be really good. So let's lay this down. Oh my goodness, I keep like getting it crooked and taking it just over the edge of the page. There we go. That looks better. I do have a couple videos that I think I mentioned this. I do have a couple videos that I actually did film before Christmas that I just didn't have time to edit and post them yet. So I am going to be working on getting those up for you. And one of those videos that I did was my favorite planner tools, because I did have a couple requests for a video going over my favorite tools. So make sure you keep an eye out for that one. I will make sure that goes up fairly soon. And as always, if there's anything that you are interested in seeing from me, please let me know. The majority of my channel at this point is plan with me videos, but I know that's not everyone's cup of tea, and just about every planner channel out there does plan with me videos. So while I love doing these, I know that sometimes you guys might want something different out of a planner channel, and I feel like I've had my channel for a little while, but it's still fairly new, and I'm always happy to adjust and add things as you guys want. So anytime that you want to see a different type of video from me, just let me know, and I will definitely do my best to accommodate whatever your request may be, planner related, or like crafting, planner, DIY, that kind of stuff. I have done some videos in the past of different Tumblr designs I've done and like how to, but they didn't do as well in views, so I kind of made the guess from that that's just not something that my subscribers are super into seeing, and that's fine. But that's why I haven't done any additional ones, but that is something that if you're new here and you would want to see it, I'm happy to do. I make Tumblrs pretty frequently. I just handed out a whole bunch for Christmas, so I don't have any on hand here to show you other than the one that I made for myself, but yeah, I like making Tumblrs, so I'm always happy to share that if you're interested. And I do like paper crafting kind of stuff, like nothing huge, but I'd be happy to share any of that with you. Just let me know what you're interested in. All right, so we have our black washi. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do down here yet, but I probably will cover with something. So the nice thing with this book is it has like a wax paper quality, so I don't have to lay out that whole sheet of wax paper. I may, if I pull any stickers from books, I do have my Just Start Passion Planner book here. I might pull a bit from that. I can't remember if there's any washi. I don't think there is though. Yeah, there's not really any washi. And then I also have my self-care and nature books. I don't think I'm going to use the nature book just because of this, the theme of this spread probably doesn't lend itself to a nature book. And I did email Passion Planner about the self-care book because if you guys remember when I did the flip throughs of these, I wasn't sure why I ended up with another self-care book, and I checked and it actually wasn't what I ordered, so it was a mistake on their part to send it to me. So I emailed and they were awesome. They are sending me out the correct book ASAP. I haven't gotten it yet, but I'm definitely not putting that on Passion Planner. I'm more thinking it's probably a US Postal Service issue because I don't know if you all have noticed, but things are slow there with getting deliveries out to people at the moment. So I'm not too stressed about it, but that is on the way. Let's put these Daily Week headers down. And I think I'm gonna leave a little bit of a black border underneath just because I like that contrast. If you can hear my dogs barking, I apologize. It just got dark here and my husband's not home from work yet, and they tend to get a little, they kind of turn into guard dogs when he's not home, especially when it's dark out. So they bark at just about anything and everything that moves past the house at this time. So if you hear them barking at all, I'll do my best to edit it out, but you might hear some. My apologies for that. Okay, so we've got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday down. Let's get Thursday. So let's talk about Christmas. What did everyone do? Did you stay home? Did you see family? My husband and I, as well as many of our other family members, decided to play it safe and stay home this year. It sucks, but we're so close. Like, we're so close to the end of this, and so we just, you know, want to keep playing it safe, and we know that we will eventually be done with all of this. It was hard, not really seeing anyone. I did swing by both sisters and my mom's house, like, super briefly, like 5 minutes or less with masks on, just to drop off gifts. And that's the most I've seen them in a while. And it's really hard, but my husband and I stayed home on Christmas, and it was different, but it actually was pretty nice, kind of the same as how Thanksgiving was, where, you know, you miss seeing the people you're used to seeing, but we did our own thing, and it was still enjoyable. We made cookies. That took up a big chunk of the day. Well, first we slept in a little bit, and then we got up and did gifts with each other. And then we made cookies. I had gotten the stuff to make cookies like weeks ago, and I have just been too busy to actually make them. And one of the gifts he got me was a stand mixer, so it worked out quite well because that was really nice to help with the cookie dough. So we made cookies, and we watched some Christmas movies together. And we also made dinner at home, and I made a roast beef because that's what his grandmother always makes, and he loves having roast beef on Thanksgiving. I'm sorry, he loves having roast beef on Christmas, so we decided to make roast beef this year, and it turned out really good. But here's kind of a funny story. So I asked his grandmother like years ago what kind of beef she buys for her roast beef, because I've tried it before and I just feel like mine never turns out quite as like tender and fall off the bone. Well, it's not on a bone, but mine just never turns out quite as tender and juicy as hers. So I asked her one time what kind of beef she uses, and I swear to you, and I'm not crazy because my husband has also like confirmed that this is what she said. She said that she used, I think, bottom round roast. So that's what I ordered from the grocery store this year. And then they actually ran out of that, and so they subbed in top round roast, which like I honestly don't even know what the difference is. But I was like, okay, we'll work with it. We'll figure it out. So I put it in the oven, and I did my best to cook it kind of slowly to try to make it as tender as possible. Unfortunately, it got a little overcooked from what we like it. We like our beef medium rare. It was more of like a medium well, just because it didn't take nearly as long as what I expected it to, based on the research I had done. So it was a little more cooked than what we normally eat it, but it was still really good and, you know, tender and juicy and all that good stuff, but it still wasn't the same level as his grandmother's. So we called her that evening just to wish her Merry Christmas and everything, but then Brian asked her again what kind of roast beef she uses, or what kind of beef she buys for her roast beef. And you know what she said? She told us she uses prime rib. Like, no wonder mine doesn't turn out as good, because she's been using prime rib this whole time, and we've been using like some cheap cuts from the supermarket. I don't know, but now we know, at least, that it's not my cooking, it's just we didn't have the right kind of beef. So I thought that was kind of funny. I don't know if she was trying to keep that like a family secret and now she's decided to tell us, or if she just misunderstood the question before. Who knows? But anyways, Mimi uses prime rib. Okay, now let's figure out what we're gonna do with all these other stickers. So I think this bottom section is gonna get the 2021 sticker, and we're gonna do the, actually I don't think that's in the middle enough. I want to move that over a bit. There we go. So Slide it over a little bit more to the middle. And I think I'm going to hand letter Okay, so it says hello 2021. Nobody make any big wishes or announcements about 2021 because I don't want a repeat of 2020. Nobody say that this is your year or anything like that. Let me move this down. I don't want to jinx it. Okay. We've got our champagne toast and we've got 2021, and then I think on the day of, on New Year's Eve, I'm gonna put this cute like champagne pop, and we're gonna put these balloons, and we're gonna put the clock showing midnight. I'm trying to see if these would be better off switched. There we go. I like that a little bit better. Okay, next we've got 6 to-do list bullet flags. We've got, so I was going to put in some step tracking stickers that I ordered, but I think what I'll do instead is use these from my step trackers because they're gonna match a little bit better, and I have enough to go across the bottom. So I just have to remember on each day that that's what these are for. And that means I have to move my midnight clock again. Shouldn't have put that right there. So let's slide that out of the way for the time being. So these are going to be step trackers. I'm loving all this gold. Big fan of all the gold. So something else I wanted to mention was I finished reading The Great Alone, and I'm so glad I didn't butcher the name this time, because when I was saying in a recent video, when I was saying that that's what I read, I 100% forgot the name while I was saying it. So I finished it. Oh my gosh, it is probably my favorite book I've read this year, followed only super closely behind only by Born a Crime by Trevor Noah. Ugh, but The Great Alone. So I cried so much, and then when it was time to move on to another book, I didn't know what to read. I just didn't know what to follow that book up with because it was so heavy and emotional, and it was such a good book that I felt like what could possibly do it justice, and you know, what could feel like a worthwhile read compared to that book. So I cried so much reading that book. It was so worth it. But I mean, it was such a good book. I can't recommend it enough. I gave it 5 stars on Goodreads, and on my Goodreads, like, I don't give 5 stars out unless it's like a must read. Like, so yeah, it's definitely a must read if you're looking for a great book to start your year off with. But then after that, I was trying to figure out what to read next. So I'm in a like a reading group on Facebook, and I asked that group, like, what should I read next? I need a lighter read. And someone suggested a series called The Selection. And I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about it based on the description. But of all the book recommendations I got, the first book in that series was actually on Kindle Unlimited, which means since I'm still in my free trial right now, it was a free book for me to read. So I downloaded it and I started it, and oh my gosh, I got into it and got addicted. Don't get me wrong, it's not like a stunner. It's not like a book that's gonna blow you away. It's not intellectually stimulating in any way, but it was a very entertaining read. It was a very light read. So if that's something you're looking for, the Selection series is pretty good. It, if you want a basic like synopsis, it's I've never watched The Bachelor, but that's what I've heard this book kind of described as being like, is like The Bachelor combined with like dystopian young adult fiction. And I do like dystopian books as well as like young adult books. So it did end up being a good read for me. Again, it was just an entertaining book. It wasn't anything like phenomenal, but basically it's about like, it doesn't go into a ton of detail, but it's basically like a post dystopian America, and there's a king and a queen, and they have a son, and the son is turning 18. So they have this process they go through called the selection to find someone to be his wife, the next princess basically, or next queen. And they go through all this, and they have 35 girls that come to live at the castle, and they're chosen through a lottery system. And so the book is following one of the participants, and it's just really interesting. It was a nice, entertaining read. There's actually several books in the series. I read, sorry, I'm trying to decide what book or what sticker to put down here. I read the first 3. It's a little confusing because it shows there being 5 books in the series, but the first 3 books are like, looks like they were written to be a series, and then the 4th and 5th kind of seem like they were a decision to add on after the first 3 books did well. And the second 2 books don't follow the same character as the first 3. So I'm not moving on to those because A, they're fairly expensive, and B, I'm kind of like done with the series for the time being. Since I've gotten through 3 of them, I'm not in the mood to continue. So I decided to move away from that series. But if you do read the first 3 books, they're pretty good. It's like an entertaining young adult read. So I would recommend those if you're looking for something that is easy to read and just kind of fun. Let me see, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then we'll put shopping down here. So what was the other thing I was going to share with you guys? Talked about books. Oh, so the next book I'm reading is, I think I just started, and I'll have to see if I like it, but it's called Verity. I think it's a thriller. I've heard it's good, and again, it was a Kindle Unlimited book, so I just downloaded it, and I've only read the first chapter. It seems like it's going to be pretty good, but I'm not 100% sure yet, so we'll have to see how it goes. Let's put this payday sticker down here. Thank goodness. I've been like dying for payday. Just a little bit broke from Christmas. I'm just kidding. I'm not broke from Christmas, but I definitely did spend more money than I was anticipating. So what's left is basically, you know what? I'm going to put down one of these bill stickers because I do have a bill that I need to remember to pay, and I'm just gonna stick that here on Monday because I just want to get that done ASAP. But let's put down, I have a few of these box stickers left. I have a date night sticker. I think that's probably gonna be New Year's Eve because, I mean, not that we're going anywhere, it's just gonna be like a stay-at-home date, but that's okay. And then I have these box stickers left, and then I have these box stickers left too, and I already have a lot of gold. So I want to see how I can use these. Like I'm thinking about layering some of these with some of these because I don't know how much space I want to take up. And then I do still have my self-care and just start sticker book. I'm trying to remember what the other Passion Planner sticker book is that I got. I think it's a grow. It's like a, I don't remember the title of it. It's something about Ready, Set, Grow. That's what it is. So I think it's more of like a goal setting kind of sticker book, which is cool. I am excited to get that one and see what's in it. But I do have some of these that might be kind of appropriate for and self-care as well, because I'm off this week still from school, so that'll be nice. But those are some, I might throw some of those in too, but let's see. So I have 4 of these. I won't use it on this, so maybe 2 here and 2 here would look good. So let's just go ahead and put those down, and I think I'm gonna try to stagger them a little bit. I don't want them all in the exact same spot across the page, even though my other stickers are kind of spread like that at this point. But so put this one like maybe here, and then we'll move this one up. I really like this sticker I'm about to put down. It's like, it looks kind of like glitter, and we'll just put that at the top. I do really love this little sticker book, by the way. It's kind of really convenient, especially for these kits. So if I layer those, like, yeah, I like that because it's spaced to write. And I think I'm going to alternate it with some of these black ones so that we have a little bit of pop of black down here too. And I'll grab a smaller sticker for this one. And then a smaller sticker for this one too. Okay, I'm liking that so far a lot. So I think that's all of the stickers that I'm going to use from these particular kits that I got. I still have one of these. I have some headers and a couple of little baby icon stickers, but these guys are really hard to like hold on to. They actually have fallen off this page a couple times, and I think I've lost a couple. I might even have one of these on my shirt right now because I'm wearing a black shirt and I really can't tell. I'm just gonna use this one in the corner here just for a little, I don't know what, a little something extra. I like this pink reflection sticker, but it does not go with anything else on this page. I have my sleep and habit tracker down. Let's flip through some of these passion planner stickers and see if there's any that would look good to put down here. So this is the self-care. I feel like these are a little challenging to find places to use them because some of them are things that I do on a whim, and so I feel like I should put them in after the fact. They're not always things I plan. I feel like a coloring sticker might be a good idea. That could be cute somewhere in here. I'm not sure where yet. Let's see what else we have. I'm trying to find things that have like a similar color scheme too, like black or gold or purple. This one would maybe be cute. Rise by lifting others. Let's see if there's a spot that could go. And I am going to put it down in my wax paper sticker book first, just to get a little bit of the stick off. I feel like I could layer that right here and it would be super cute. Yes, I like it there. All right, let's see what else we can find. That's popping up a little bit. Got today's word. Again, I'm really just flipping through here looking for stickers that would match this layout already. I'm not sure if I'm gonna find many more because I think these are all repeats. Ooh, this is a good one. Create your own future, except for the create your own future part isn't a part of this, the sticker. It stays on the sheet. But maybe I could write create your own future. Or maybe I'm supposed to write something in the crystal ball that I foresee happening next year for myself. Let's see where we can put this. Not there. I think we need something right here on this page. So I'm gonna pop it right there between those 2 days. Okay, that's the self-care book. Let's take a quick look in Just Start. I don't think I really need much else to fill this page, but just if something jumps out at me, I will use it. I think these stars could be cute. I wonder how that would look just going across. But see, I just feel like I maybe have a bit much already going on. I don't know that I can put something across 2 days and have it look okay, but I do like those a lot. Got some trackers. Okay, so for right now, I'm not going to add any of those. I might look through during the week and add as I plan, as I add things into my planner. Since I'm home this week, many things are going to be like an after it's done reflection kind of thing, probably other than the to-do list. Those I usually do ahead of time. Let's go ahead and pencil in. I have a section here for meals, so I'm just going to put the days of the week here so I can fill in. And I'll just be filling in dinners there. It's just for like a dinner plan kind of thing. Nothing fancy. So Friday, I already know will be pork and sauerkraut because it's New Year's Day. We won't be getting together with my family, but my sister is graciously doing a like pick up your pork and sauerkraut at my house kind of thing. So she is going to be making a whole bunch and like putting them into go containers, and anyone that wants to swing by and grab one can. So we will probably do that because I don't cook pork and sauerkraut. But I think that's actually going to be it for this one. So there's my first spread of 2021. I love how it turned out. It's just very color coordinated, and I like how I was able to pull 2 kits together and have it still turn out looking nicely, especially since they're 2 kits from 2 separate shops. So yes, so that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you like it and subscribe to see more, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.